Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, all you guys are doing well. Today is August 26th, and I believe it is Tuesday. That is correct. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful on this Tuesday. Hopefully, your guys' week is going all right so far. It's definitely been an interesting one so far, but we're gonna make it through. Hopefully, you guys all have plans for this weekend as it comes up. I know it's a little early, but it's Labor Day weekend. I get a nice little 4 day weekend. I know most people get three, but be hyped. Outside of that, though, hopefully all you guys are doing well, and let's get into the news from today. Moving into the Trump administration segment, as we do, the first topic we have tonight is Trump has fired the Federal Reserve Governor. Trump has announced that he's removing the Federal Reserve Governor, Lisa Cook. In a post on Truth Social, he posted a letter sent to her office. He wrote, "Pursuant to my authority under Article 2 of the Constitution of the United States and the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, as amended, you are hereby removed from your position on the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, effective immediately." Trump cited the criminal referral from the Federal Housing Finance Agency Director William Pulte and as his reasoning, which accused Cook of mortgage fraud. Cook believes Trump cannot legally do this and has opted to sue the administration in order to keep her job. It's pretty crazy to me that Trump continuously goes after people for fraud when he's the king of fraud. But regardless, I'm pretty sure the president only has the power to give people jobs in the Federal Reserve, not to take them, similar how to the president can install justices and judges and stuff like that. It's just something he can't do. He cannot remove these people from their position until their term is over. Um, you know, I'm like 99.9% sure how that works because I know that's how it works with Federal Reserve Chair, and I'm pretty sure it's how it works with like other high level positions within the agency. Anyways, we have some terrifying news as Doge has uploaded social security data to a vulnerable server. Doge has been caught copying and uploading sensitive social security data to vulnerable cloud servers, which puts the safety of hundreds of millions of Americans at risk and also violates federal privacy laws, according to a whistleblower. The complaint came from Charles Borges, the chief data officer of the Social Security Administration, and claims Doge has created a live copy of the entire country's social security data from its identification system database. This complaint states, "These actions constitute violations of laws, rules, and regulations, abuse of authority, gross mismanagement, and the creation of substantial and specific threats to public health and safety." Round of applause to Elon Musk for putting our data at risk, this entire administration. Don't you guys just love it when rich people touch our shit and make a profit off of it? It's so, so great. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I am not even shocked at all. This entire administration, we have seen Doge prove to be a problem and a data risk and so many other things that are not great. I wouldn't be shocked if many foreign countries have Americans' information at this point, because Doge is not secure. Doge is not safe, and they put data at risk. We've seen that, really throughout this administration, which is absolutely terrifying. In other news, Trump is forcing the National Guard to clean trash in Washington, D.C. Members of the National Guard in D.C. are picking up trash and working on beautiful restoration projects in D.C. The D.C. National Guard posted a video on social media of troops cleaning up trash and moving garbage bags. One member said in the video, "Today here we are right outside the waterfront, had everyone with gloves and trash bags and all materials they needed, and the instructions to head out and pick up the trash." DC currently has 2,234 troops in the district, and this is seemingly a task for many of them. This is the definition of busy work to a T. Not only is it a waste of taxpayer dollars to have troops picking up trash, for one, but there are other services who work to do that. This is also not what they're trained to do. This is standing proof that the deployment of the National Guard in Washington, D.C. is completely unnecessary and needs to end. They have them out here doing busy work. Like, there is no other reason for them to be picking up trash in DC other than busy work. That's what it is. These people are walking around the streets with rifles and picking up trash. Busy work. Plain and simple. In other or In other news, moving on into our ICE segment today, a Texas man was arrested for bomb threats outside of an ICE building. Authorities in Dallas, Texas have arrested a 36-year-old man who the Department of Homeland Security claims issued a bomb threat against an ICE facility on Monday. Shortly after 6:30 p.m., Bratton Dean Wilkinson allegedly approached officers and showed them what he claimed to be a detonator on his wrist. The man reportedly approached the ICE center claiming he had a bomb in his backpack. His motives are currently unknown. Fuck ICE 100%. I will say that. But I'm not going to condone or support this. Whether he had a bomb or not, nobody should be going around and doing this. It puts, your life at risk for one, but it also puts other lives at risk of danger, which, isn't okay. There is a reason why you cannot legally have a bomb, and it's a good one. It is a dangerous weapon that can kill a lot of people. So, don't do that. That's bad. That should be like kind of obvious, but we live in the United States, so it's not. Um, anyways, talking about the veteran sit-in, nobody really talks about this. It's kind of alarming, but one of the veterans who went to the sit-in was detained for burning a flag. An Army veteran was arrested near the White House for burning an American flag outside hours after Trump had signed his executive order looking to punish those who burned the flag. Carey, who is a retired vet, was taken into custody after the incident in Lafayette Park. In a video, Kari said he was burning the flag, or in the video of Kari burning the flag, he said, "I served over 20 years in the United States Army. I fought for every single one of your rights to express yourself however you feel you may want to express yourself. It is a First Amendment right to burn the American flag." He continued, "I'm doing it for every single one of you American citizens. We burn this flag in protest to that president who feels that it is his right to do whatever he wants, make whatever law he wants, regardless if it's illegal or legal." A round of applause for this veteran, especially, not only a way to make a statement, but to stick up for people around the country. Seeing what veterans have done over the past few days with this sit in at Union Station and with all the protests throughout DC is absolutely beautiful, especially while we have active troops in DC. Like, that is crazy. That is a powerful movement. And it is insane that the media refuses to talk about it. Absolutely. I've heard a few content creators talk about it, mainly being Aaron Parnas. But there have been a few other TikTokers out there, and I keep seeing clips every once in a while as well. But the media refuses to talk about it at all. It is insane. These people, these veterans, if you will, deserve all the support in the world. So please go out and support them. Talk about them, raise awareness, however you can. Help them out. Anyways, moving on into our other news segment for the final topic of tonight, a court has forced Utah to redraw maps, which is a major win for Democrats. The Utah legislature will be forced to redraw the state's congressional maps after a judge ruled the Republican party in the state circumvented safeguards to ensure that districts aren't drawn in favor of any party. The current map divides Salt Lake City, the population center and Democratic stronghold of the state, between the state's 4 congressional districts, with all only electing Republicans, essentially eliminating the voice of Democrats in the state. Judge Diana Gibson wrote in her ruling, "The nature of this violation lies in the legislator's refusal to respect people's exercise of their constitutional lawmaking power and to honor the people's right to reform their government." This is great news and a massive win. Gerrymandering in Utah specifically was horrendous. So, I'm glad we get to see a change here. And I know MAGA is going to hop in and say, or, if any of them end up watching this video, but I know they're going to hop in and say, "Oh, well, the Democrats do the gerrymandering, not us, and we're just trying to fight back." Let's not forget that the states that are forcing gerrymandering are the red states, while blue states are letting their constituents vote on it. Last time I checked, democracy wasn't forcing things onto people, it was giving people a say in what's happening, and that's what blue states are doing, not the red states. With that being said, though, hopefully you all enjoyed today's episode. It's definitely been an interesting one for sure. But hopefully all you guys are doing well. If you're new here, please subscribe. We are on our way to 500 subscribers on YouTube. I would really appreciate it if you could help me get there. We're really close to 300, only 20 more. So if you're new here, please subscribe. If you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing. All funds go to me. Help me pay for the things that I will need to pay for in college, like clothes, food, all those kinds of things. But if not, you can always subscribe for free. I truly do appreciate all forms of support on this content. It means the world to me. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode, and I will see you all in tomorrow's news recap.